Hey, Tiki Man Radio listeners. This is Marty Nickel coming to you from my beach shack. And I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at Tiki Man Radio. We're live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Got a confession? A song request? All you gotta do is let them know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight tonight. We are traveling at 34,000 feet at approximately 420 knots. Those on the left side of the aircraft, I'd like you to take a look out your window. We're passing over Key West, and I'd like to point out Beachy Shell Studios. You're in luck tonight, as our in-flight entertainment will be Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle, so sit back, relax, leave the flying to me, and enjoy B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Oh, and I'd like to suggest downloading the free app, so when we do get to our final destination, you can listen to everything on Tiki Man Radio. Enjoy your flight, enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and thank you for flying Tiki Man Radio Airlines.
Not a better place to debut this song in the original Margaritaville in my old hometown. Hey! Has anybody noticed that the world is going to hell real quick out there? Huh? So if you'd like to take your mind off all that shit you're watching on television on 355 channels telling you what the stock market's doing today and who's stealing your taxpayer money, you have come to the right bar. Up on the east side of Manhattan, they're still dancing with the stars. While over in subprime city, It's getting angry in the local bars. Watching the news only gives me the blues. There's too much going wrong. It takes the likes of me to hit the reboot key and write a high-speed drinking song. Millionaires losing everything. Hey, welcome to the other side of life. There goes the yacht, there goes the rolls, but you get to keep your wife. And don't forget the automakers, swimming upstream like a trout. They let the shit hit the fan, and then they made a plan. We got a lot to drink about. There's the price of oil, war of the spoils. Where's your bucket for the big bailout? Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. We got a lot to drink about. Are you with me? I'd like to say that I was no dumbass. I did not have any of my money with Bernie Madoff. You know? As I told you many years ago, I am spending your money foolishly. Now Madoff made off with all the money. Now his clients are down to skunk weed. Repeat after me, it's so easy to see. We're only talking simple greed. And those Somalian pirates are counting all the gold while Bush and Cheney ain't around. And all the good lookers seem to be check hookers from Key West to London town. It's the price of oil, the war of the spoils. Where's your bucket for the big bailout? Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. We got a lot to drink about. Drink it up! So pour me some Tennessee whiskey, pour me a fine Jamaican rum. That loudmouth soup gets me kind of looped. Tequila, of course I'll have some. Now the family devalues, and little children count their net worth. And the truth, wherever it's hiding, can't be found on Google Earth. Citibank's buying jets with our money. I want to flog 'em with a buggy whip. I hope Obama and Joe won't let the volcano blow and patch the hole in our sinking ship. It's the price of oil, the war of the spoils. Here's your bucket for the big bailout. Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. We got a lot to drink about. Recession, depression, aggression, good God, CNN keeps bumming me out. I can't take another doomsday moment. We got a lot to drink, a lot to think, a lot to drink about. God bless America!
Your own hair after happy hour. Don't get a tattoo. Or call your ex, hoping she'll say yes. One more thing that you shouldn't do. And for God's sakes, do us a favor. Don't sign up for karaoke singing. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. There's just some things you should avoid after drinking all night. There's a viral video of me that proves I'm right. Yeah, things get stupid when your brain stops thinking. There's just some things There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. It'll make you believe that you can dance. It'll have you fried and bacon naked. You'll mouth off to a guy twice your size, convinced that you can take it. You'll think you can dance, but you can't. Your dancing's worse than your singing. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. There's just some things you should avoid after drinking all night. There's a viral video of me that proves I'm right. Yeah, think it's stupid when your brain stops thinking. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. There's just some things you should avoid after drinking all night. There's a viral video of me that proves I'm right. Yeah, think it's stupid when your brain starts thinking. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. Yeah, dance on the bar, lose your credit card. You'll be panicked when your cell phone's missing. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. There's just some things you shouldn't do when you're drinking. Yeah, like a naked selfies or a booty call. Post on Facebook what you really think. Did I mention frying bacon naked? Ooh. Painful.
Coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
B-Man and Michelle on a Friday night, coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Hideaway in the Beachy Shell Studios. I believe we got Michelle. Just pulled up. Let me hear you there.
Hello. Didn't raise the thingy.
Huh? I did too.
Did
Yeah, let me go higher. Hang on. Say when.
Okay.
Good. All right. So, you know what? It is a Friday night here in Key West, and we are so looking forward to tonight. A lot to drink about. We got a hell of a lot to drink about. What a crazy-ass week this has been on so many fronts. And then it's funny, I was talking to Danny earlier this week. I was like, here's our theme for the show. It's all about drinking. And he goes, isn't that what you do every week? I was like, well, yeah, but you know what? We're going to celebrate it this week. We're going to talk about it and get even more crazier. So starting off with Jimmy Buffett, a lot to drink about here in Key West when he did that live there at Margaritaville. And
Which is kind of like your pour me a cold margarita song.
I know. I put that in the set tonight.
Ah, okay.
I put one of my songs in there tonight. So I don't often do that unless someone requests it. But, it's a damn drinking show, and I'm going to do it. Happy Friday there, Tiki Man. I know he's in there. We got JoJo Fish listening tonight. We got Beth Haight. She's in here. Let me see who else. I talked to, via text earlier, Michelle Myers and Tim Myers. This is a sweet deal because she's actually working, but she's at the Gaylord Texan.
What city is that in?
Conference place. It's in Grapeville, Texas.
Grapeville.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's near.
I don't know. I have to look that one up. Maybe. Well, you got your phone over there. You can look that one up. Grapevine. I'm sorry. What did I say? Grapeville?
I thought you said Greatville.
I've only had one glass of wine. So Gaylord Texan Recreation and Convention Center. and it's in Grapevine, Texas. Happy anniversary. They're celebrating their anniversary weekend. And I said, because we're talking about, what kind of show we've got going on. And I said, so what are you drinking there? And
Is that one word or two?
what? Grapevine? One word. And she goes, well, Tim's having an old fashioned. I'm like, there you go. That's cool. And she said she's having a pickletini. So I guess my question went back. I'm like, so are you really at the bar or in your room having a pickletini? So, wow. A little bit of Pee-wee in there.
It's in actually, almost
What?
right in the middle between Dallas and Fort Worth,
Oh, okay.
near Arlington.
Arlington. So yeah, so she's not going to tune in. She's going to listen to the replay. But at least I had a chance to talk with her, and she and I are going to talk on Sunday. I got some things that I'm working on out here in preparation for the Songwriters Showcase. I got some cool things, and I'm not going to say anything yet. I haven't even told Danny this. So, and I had a great discussion this morning. I ran into Gypsy Travels at Nailtini. She's getting her hair done by Jake, and we were
Also
talking.
known as Sandy.
It's funny when I call her Sandy, she's like, no one hardly calls me Sandy. It's usually Gypsy. So I was talking with her and about figuring out, going out on a sandbar after the Songwriter Showcase this year. She's excited about that. So I'll be talking to Danny about that. And then following that was Brent Burns, things you don't do when you're drinking. What are some of the things?
Things you shouldn't do when you're drinking.
Yeah, shouldn't do when you're drinking. So it got me thinking. It's like, what are some of the things you might have done, Michelle, when you were drinking? That's the question tonight for people listening on YouTube. And oh, by the way, before I forget, these YouTube cameras are sponsored by the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in downtown Key West. If you're downtown Key West, pop in there. They got great food and 18 beers on tap. He works hard to keep those 18 beers a-flowing. So Southernmost Pint Brewpub, sponsors of the YouTube cameras. Thank you guys so very much. We appreciate them, Tad and Lindsay. And let's get the other camera back on us. So we'll be talking more about them throughout the evening. Lots going on with them coming up, too, with Conch Republic Days. So... But the question goes back to you, Michelle, and everybody that's listening online, YouTube especially. And if you're listening to me online, you got my number, send me a message or text me and tell me, what is something you shouldn't do when you've been drinking?
A lot of things. Drive.
You know what? The first thing that came to my mind.
Walk.
We have the Key West Vortex, and we always see something like this morning, they got a picture of somebody that had passed out next to the trash can at the post office.
At the post office.
I'm like, well, maybe he's checking his mail, and whoop, there he went. So, anyway, it was
Steps
a funny.
of the CVS.
It was the steps of the CVS. Why they're still on their bicycle. They just kind of laid there, hadn't gotten off the seat. Just that's where they ended up. That was I should have taken a picture, but I didn't. The first thing that popped in my head was when I was in Germany back in the early 80s, and my first wife would be working at billeting. And
which is lodging or
hotel kind of stuff. And the funny thing was, I worked night shift, so I would get off work and I would go over to the German canteen with all the guys and the Germans that worked with us at night, and we'd eat nothing but bologna sandwiches and drink beer. And she'd come over and she's like, you're going straight home. I'm like, I'm going straight home. I promise I'm going straight home. And we'd be there till like noon, 1 o'clock. And she'd come over for lunch and she'd see me sitting there and then she'd be all mad. And then she'd wouldn't even look at me, give me that look on her face. And then she'd leave, abruptly after she got her lunch. And all the Germans would go, ew, you're in big trouble. So I'd go home. I'd get home. I don't know how I even drove. Don't drink and drive, folks. Public service announcement, don't drink and drive. But back in the day. So I remember going home. I passed out on the damn couch eating a Pop-Tart. And when the phone rang, because I forgot to get up to go pick her up, and she's sitting there waiting for me for like an hour, I remember waking up and I got this Pop-Tart glued to the side of my face. And I didn't even know it. I still had part of the crumbs on my face when I went to pick her up. And she looked at me, she's like, what the hell's on your face? And I'm like, Pop-Tart. So, true story. There you go. Beth H. said, don't sign any contracts drunk.
That wouldn't be bad.
That would be a good one. And don't shop Costco high. Who did we we know that?
Donna.
Yes.
Well, actually, that was
What'd she do?
What's that sleeping drug? Got Tiger Woods in trouble.
Ambien? Ambien.
Don't shop on Amazon late at night after you've taken your Ambien. But you don't know because you don't even know you're awake. She said she'd wake up with her credit cards are lined up in front of her computer.
Oh, my God.
Like, what did I buy?
That's what I probably should have said, hey, I need a new computer. I got you covered. So, oh, my God, that was... Yeah, I remember her telling that story amongst a million other stories. So, yeah, that's the question for tonight. What is... that's Beth Schreier. Beth Schreier. I thought it was Beth Haight. So we have two Beths on tonight. Beth Schreier from New Jersey. Hello. How you doing? The Osprey Whisperer is kind of her code name on YouTube. The Osprey Whisperer.
Like the plane or the animal?
I'm assuming the bird.
Animal.
The bird is the word.
Bird. You should put that song.
Bird is a word. A word, the bird. I need to get that one, put it in there. So, yeah. Don't be calling old flames going, I'm so sorry, I screwed up.
Text.
Yeah, don't drunk text. What was the one in Brett Burns' song? Don't send any selfies.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Well, it's in his song, but don't.
Oh, the one you just played.
Yeah. Don't send any selfies. She was watching Star Trek when the song was playing, so she wasn't listening to the words.
I listened to some of it, but you didn't tell me till like.
Birds, go birds, she said. There you go. So yes, so tonight, the theme of tonight. Now, it got me thinking. And you and I are driving somewhere, and I was going back and forth with Bill and Ann Abbott because they've been, they got this new theme where they're sending me 2 drinking songs a week. And then, I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought, hey, maybe we should make this a drinking song week. And so we did.
So all the songs are about drinking.
All the songs is about rum. I think we got rum, we got whiskey, bourbon, we've got... beers, margaritas, you name it. I got all kinds of stuff in here. So we're just going to have fun tonight. And, that's what it's all about. It's Friday night. It's happy hour for crying out loud. We got through the week. We got through all the stuff on TV and all the other neat, weird stuff that's been going on all week. So that's what it's all about, everybody. Tell us one of your favorite stories. This is a time to tell a confession. Tell a confession. Get this other camera on. This is your time. If you're on YouTube, I've got the camera on
Has
me. Has
anyone ever been so drunk?
So drunk.
You forgot your own last name.
Oh.
And your address.
Michelle will tell you about that one. Michelle will tell you about that one.
Anyone else?
I'm sure. I think there was one floating around the pool at Danny's birthday party last year about some crazy stuff. All I know is that the 3 of us sat around that one night just drinking that one whiskey we got. That Barton's, very old Barton's, which he's never had before, and you get it right down to the bottom of the lane at that liquor store. So, Danny, when you're coming back, or if anybody's stopping at Danny's and you're coming to Key West, stop down there and.
Or if you're in Kentucky.
Yeah, be a great citizen.
It's at the Barton. They're the ones who make 1792 is like their one that's worldwide.
I saw Maker's Mark came out with a new one, and during break I'll look that up because it sounded pretty interesting. It sounded really interesting. And they spell it W-A-S-K-Y. They don't put an E in there. And some people put E-Y. Do you know why?
No.
I don't know, but I just like...
Because we like you?
Because when they were built, or, putting all the whiskey stuff together, and they're like, we need a label! And somebody made a label, and, after about 4 cases later, they're like, you forgot the E! And they're like, oh, crap.
Oh, well.
We'll just leave
Too late now.
Hey, Mo is on.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. Friday night here in Key West. The weather is beautiful out there.
Low humidity for this week.
Oh, my God. This is, you know what? We're loving this. This weather is unfriggin' believable. Donnie Chapman's on. Donnie Chapman and Sorry Chapman. Our great friends Melissa are having dinner at Key Haven. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Donnie and Sorry were with us this morning at Plogging. We had 72 people out there today picking up trash and all kinds of cool stuff. Our quarterly numbers just came out. If I remember, I'll pull those up, and let you guys know how we're doing. It's interesting numbers, so I like sharing this because I'm very proud of this program, and I'm proud of every darn volunteer that comes out there and supports us. So, Donnie, thank you for tuning in tonight. You and Sorry, I appreciate it. Maureen says she's driving back home from a day trip. We'll be home soon. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We're going to get some more music. I need to refuel. I'm going to find those statistics from the ploggings. If you're out there, I want to hear some stories, folks. We want to have a little bit of fun tonight, and it includes you. That's the way it works on this show. This show isn't that fun unless you be a part of it. What did Beth just say? Says, being that drunk, don't take a shower because you could get injured. Oh, God, we got a good one for me. We'll tell that story when we come back from some of the... we're at the rum section of the show. A little Corey Young Rum Day, everybody, on B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio, live in Key West from the Beachy Shell Studios.
Song says it's 5 o'clock somewhere around here, man. We really don't care if the sun is up. It's late enough to head to shore with our old beach chairs, a 2-liter Coke, an igloo with ice. Don't worry about the liquor, man, it's already spiked with cruising or cracking or anything we happen to have. On any Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's Rum Day. That's the only way to make it through the day if it's Rum Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show up late to a party, 2 drinks behind most everyone. Just order up a Bacardi, and while you're at it, make it 151, and soon you'll be dancing and singing along. Watch out, man, that stuff is strong. After 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you'll be out on the floor. On any Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's Rum Day. Yeah, it's the only way to make it through the day if it's Rum Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's get a little buzzed. Why? Just because, well, I think I had something to do. I forgot what it was. That's what rum does. On any Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's Rum Day. It's the only way to make it through the day if it's Rum Day.
River sandbars serenading, looking for alligators, but they must be hibernating, cause we searched around for hours and we haven't seen a one, lying on the muddy bank and soaking up the sun. So we hit the navigator and we found ourselves a seat. They brought us out around to drink something smooth and sweet. The minutes turned to hours and the stars lit up the night, and something started dancing out the corner of my eye. alligator on the wall began to sing a soulful tune. The crowd picked up the rhythm and was howling at the moon. A fog began to creep across along the river shore. Ghostly apparitions came in through the walls and doors, and lights began to flicker on and off across the swamp. People started dancing, doing the rum-jumbie stomp, like creatures of the night wearing human disguise. Jumbies taking over, you could see it in their eyes. Rum-jumbies, dancing in the night. In the parking lot and snakes out in the grass. The swamp ape pinched a waitress and she knocked him on his ass. There were raccoons in the garbage, alligators lined the bar. 3 drunken armadillos tried to run over a car, and the jumbies kept a coming, single file and 2 by 2. The crowd was in a frenzy, there was nothing left to do but raise a toast up to our host, the Navigator Grill. And if tomorrow morning we are feeling kind of ill, we could blame it on the rum. Jumbies! Rum jumbies. Rum jumbies. Rum jumbies. Dancing in the night. Rum jumbies! I met a sun-kissed girl on the beach on a Sunday. I put my beach chair next to hers. It was really a fun day. I opened my favorite rum, raised the bottle towards the sun, and made a promise we'd meet again here one day. And I said, let me pour you a glass of Raylene rum. Here's to us and what may come, yeah, yeah. Under this Texas sun, let's kick it up and have some fun. So here's to us and Raylene rum. That summer slipped away, and I got a letter. She said, I hope you're doing well. I couldn't be better. Maybe we should meet again. It's been way too long, she said. So we both went to the beach where I first met her. And I said, let me pour you a glass of Raylene rum. Here's to us and what may come, yeah, yeah. Under this Texas sun, let's kick it up and have some fun. So here's to us and Raylene rum. Dancing on the sand to Tom Petty with her. I'm free falling fast for that American girl. Let me pour you a glass of Raylene rum. Here's to us and what may come. Oh, yeah. Let me pour you a glass of Raylene rum. Here's to us and what may
Key West has a brand new brew pub, and you're going to love what they have brewing on their menu. That's right, the Blast Beer Company's Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street in downtown Key West. Open 7 days a week from noon until 10 p.m. Offers handcrafted beer and made-to-order signature food dishes. On tap are 3 of their signature beers, the Southernmost Pint Golden Ale, the Save the Day IPA, and the Hazy Lady New England IPA, and many other tasty handcrafted beers brewed on-site right here in Key West. And if you're not a beer drinker, don't worry, as they have available on their menu wine and other adult beverages and booze-free drinks. While enjoying a pint or two, check out their amazing menu of small fare items made to order that include local favorites, guac and chips, and Mexican esquites street corn. And their delicious main course items, Caribbean chicken salad, and trade wind meatballs. Stop in and enjoy one of their tastings of 4 different beer offerings of your choice. Or just enjoy a pint or two while taking in the aromas of beer being brewed on site and relaxing inside their brew pub atmosphere. Better yet, soak up the wonderful Key West weather and enjoy one of their handcrafted beers while hanging out on their great outdoor patio with music videos, movies, and sports games. Come by and watch your favorite team play on the biggest screen around. That's Blast Beer Company, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street here in Key West. Blast Beer Company, around since 1992, making beer 1 barrel at a time.
You know, here at Tiki Man Radio, we always encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. Be bold, and no matter what you do. Let me tell you about the official rum company of Tiki Man Radio. Reef Rum is American-made with an offbeat blend, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. It was created for bohemians and connoisseurs who tire of the same old thing. It's an eccentric blend of natural banana, orange, and coconut, balanced with a touch of smoky flavor. To find out where you can find Reef Rum, visit reefrum.com. That's REIFRUM.com. If you're looking to step out of your comfort zone, then Reef Rum is where you need to be. When you go to reefrum.com, make sure you use the code word Tiki Man to get free shipping on your first order. Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Smooth and smoky. It's time to get out of your comfort zone with Reef Rum.
Coming to you live from Beachy Shell Hideaway Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle. Now, back to the show.
Back to B-Man and Michelle. That was my sister bringing us back, Cheryl. Matter of fact, we could probably blame all of this on her for getting in all this video stuff. And we'll blame the pandemic, too. So, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in Key West. And if you're down here, I'm going to update that commercial. We're going to be off for the next couple weeks, and I've got some work I'm going to be doing.
Why are we doing that?
I'm going to get to that in just a second, but I'm going to update that. Let me get to that camera. There we go. Right here we are. Because they've got a lot of cool stuff. Their food menus changed down there, and there's a lot of other cool stuff going on. So I want to get that updated. Some really neat stuff. And don't forget, let me get this camera on. Reef Rum, everybody. And if you're down here in Key West, yes, you can get Reef Rum when you're down here in Key West over at Quest Liquors. And there's a couple other places here in town. I'm trying to think, what's that one we used to play music at? I can't remember the name of that damn place. It's over by on the southernmost end. Remember that place? It's the Southernmost Hotel, but I can't remember the name of that damn bar they got over there.
The one with the food truck and stuff?
Yeah. That place has gone crazy. But Reef Rum, tropical rum with natural flavor, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. And I feel like I'm a rebel, and I'm going to have some of that here in just a little bit. And in the show,
the song
Sonny Jim, Rum Jumbie. If you're still watching me here on YouTube, there is a Rum Jumbie bottle right here.
Last song or 2 songs ago?
Let me see. Well, the songs I played were Rum Day by Corey Young, Rum Jumbies, Sonny Jim, and of course, Rayleigh Rum by Eric Stone.
It was 2 songs ago then.
I love that guy, man. He's awesome. But this is a Caribbean spirit. It's actually a liqueur. But
a little sweet, but
it is a little sweet.
A lot sweet. But
yeah, I like the hat though. The hat's what I think is kind of cool.
You got married to Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, we actually had a wedding here at the house for Conch Republic Days, and Rum Jumbie and Aunt Jemima kind of hooked up, and now they're making pancakes together. They were making pancakes.
Banana rum pancakes.
They got together that night, and there were some pancakes being made. Woohoo!
Like guacamole.
Wow!
They were making guacamole.
They were making rum jumbies and
long.
pancakes. Yeah, no, this reef rum is really good. So, it's a natural banana, orange, and coconut flavor, and you can get that here in Key West. And go online, and it'll tell you where you can find reef rum and other locations scattered throughout the United States, everybody. So go out there and check that out. And of course, here we are. We had Scott Nickerson was on. I hope he's still on. Or Scott, if you're still on, man, and you're watching us on YouTube, please say something and say hi, wave at us, whatever. Let us know what's going on. There was a comment made by Beth. Okay, I got to figure out the Beths. So I've got Beth S on, the Osprey Whisperer, and then I have Beth Hate.
H.
And she goes, being that drunk, don't take a shower because you could get injured. And that happened to me one night I didn't get injured.
You had bruises all over. That's kind of injured.
But I fell in the shower. It was like, la, 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 whoa. Boom. And there I was. But you know what? I'm a guy. Guys play that stuff off. It's like, I'm okay. It's a dislocated joint, but I'll put it back in. So yeah.
When I dislocate a joint, I won't stay back in because my tendons are too loose. It just flops around like.
Yeah, but we also talked before we went to break about forgetting your name and where you lived. What about that one, Michelle?
Well, I didn't want to drive home, or I don't know. People didn't think I should drive home, so somebody tried to take me home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't remember my address, so we stopped by. This is a long time ago, so we stopped by the local payphone, where they had a phone book.
Uh-huh.
So they were going to look up my address, but I couldn't remember my last name. There you were.
Oh my gosh! I'll tell you, it's I look back over the years. You know what? Believe it or not, I didn't. How do I say this? I mean, when I lived in Germany, my first tour in Germany. I mean, I'm young, and we had a great time, and we did some foolish things. And I look back at that, I'm like, man, how did I get through that time in Germany?
We did foolish things in Korea.
We did foolish things
and we
in
were
Korea
not young.
too. Well, you know what? To our, I'm trying to think what's the best word to say too, in support of us. I mean, soju.
Defense.
In our defense, soju's not regulated over there.
So you don't know if you're getting 20 proof or 120 proof, or maybe higher than that.
Yeah.
So you can have the same drink, 3 of the same drink one night, and then the next night, and be fine and walk home, know what you're doing. 3 of those same drinks the next night, and you don't remember how to get back in the gate.
I can remember waking up in the morning going, where's my wallet? That's the first thing come to mind. Where's my wallet? And I'm like, my pants, underwear, pants, this, socks, this, that. Oh, okay, everything's accounted for. And it was started from the door where my shoes went off and my socks to the next layer of clothing, next layer, and then there I am in
Plus,
bed.
I think we were occasionally roofied by the Russians or North Koreans or somebody. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that is a thing.
No, the OSI, remember, they investigated.
Yeah, they investigated it when we were over there.
Instances of.
Yeah. Damn Russians. The hell were they thinking? My dealings with the Russians over the years, good Lord.
Following you?
Following us when we were in West Germany back in the day. Good God, that was something else. Had to sit there. I was working 15-hour days anyway, and
get debriefed by the OSI.
Then I'm having to waste another hour of my time letting the OSI know what the hell the Russians were doing. It's like we were doing the Top Gun thing. We were flipping them off, and hey, F you, comrade. That's what we did back in the day.
You should learn how to swear in Russian so you could,
I'm still trying to figure out how to say yes and no. Da is yes, right?
And probably niet.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the Holy Grail.
That's neat.
Neat. That was a great show. I love that movie. That was a good movie. So we've got there's a lot coming up in Key West. This is a good transition
Yeah,
from.
but you never told them why we won't be on the next couple of weeks.
For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing Conch Republic Days. And as the commander of the Conch Republic Aerospace Program and you co-commander, we have so many responsibilities that I swear to God 3 years ago I would have never thought twice about we're going to have to do this. But we've made a name for ourselves. And unfortunately...
being part of the Conch Republic military forces.
We are part of the leadership in this whole thing now. And next thing you know, it's... here we are. We're going to this.
Don't make me do stuff.
Yeah, it's like we got this. I mean, Tuesday night I spent 3 hours at a meeting going, oh my God.
That really didn't have that much to do with the days.
Oh my God. And then we went to the VFW on Wednesday night thinking it was kind of like recruitment, and that's what it's about, but it ended up being karaoke, and you and I did most of the karaoke singing except a couple of those three ladies that kept singing that, how much is that dog in the window? Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. But yeah, unfortunately, you and I have made a name for ourselves down here, and well, there you go. Like Danny, he's always trying to get me to be the mayor, and it's like I don't want to be mayor. I don't want to be a mayor. And here we are with the Conch Public Days. But there's a lot going on. So the next 2 weeks, we have to be at certain events, especially since Admiral Finbar passed away this year. So there's some really big ones for that.
Did you ever ask Scarlett if we can still go to that or not?
I hadn't asked yet. So the big news, which kind of supersedes a lot of this stuff. 45 square feet.
That's not really that much.
Well, it is. Well, let's put it this way.
I thought it was not square feet, 45 feet of the dock.
I forget how they put it out there. But anyway, a large portion.
Yeah, 45 square feet's only like 9 by.
Well, see, I got thinking about that. When I was looking at that, I'm like, 45 sure feet's not a whole lot, but it's the entire length of Mallory Square.
No, that's not 45 square feet. Maybe 4,500 square feet.
Thank you, JoJo Fish. If you're listening to us, get those thumbs up, everybody. That lets YouTube know this is a killer show, and Tiki Man Radio is killer. It goes towards Tiki Man Radio, so please, guys.
This rug is probably 45 square feet.
Yeah, so anyway, long story short, and people are going to start reading about it, but apparently Mallory Square is deteriorating, and they have sectioned off the entire area next to the water
where we usually do
a lot of stuff out there. That is now you're not allowed to go out there on that because my assumption is the damn thing's about to collapse. So this is how fast that's happened. This is just happening within the last couple hours. So, and then Pam Vader, who was a part of the Conch Republic Aerospace Program, sent me this big message, and I talked to her on the phone, and she's like, they got big trucks out there and everything just marking the whole area off. So a good portion of, or a portion of Mallory Square is now shut down because I think they're afraid it's going to fall in the damn ocean. So who knows? So there's a lot of, what are we doing now? Because we were supposed to be out there.
What was that place in Tortola that fell into the ocean?
The Bomba Shack.
The Bomba Shack.
Yeah, that was one that Eric Stone wrote about, the Bomba Shack. Yeah. And we've been to the Bomba Shack.
Before it collapsed into the ocean.
And let me tell you what.
It was rickety then.
I think calling it a shack is like calling it a condo. I mean, this thing was there was like nails hanging out. I mean, it was like you walk into like a little room, you're like, "Whoa, watch out, there's a nail sticking out." Oh, there's like 20 nails sticking out. Be careful. But yeah, then we met Bomba himself, the guy who owned it. And I couldn't figure out which eyeball to look at because one went left and one went right. And I'm like, "Hello, Mr. Bomba." Not sure which eye to look at, but he was, and the guy had bodyguards
and women.
I was like, "Damn." Wonder if my eyes went those directions, I would have a lot of women. Be like, hello, baby. I'm looking at you. No, I was talking to her. No, I'm talking to her now. So it was pretty crazy. But yes, we met the Bamba and we've been to the Bamba Shack. But now the Bamba Shack is in the bottom of the Bamba Ocean.
That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah, I remember. For those who are listening on the radio and watching us, Michelle's watching
Star Trek Discovery.
Oh,
that's not their theme song. That's not their music.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's not that.
What
is going on here?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy on a Friday night here. But yes, so we got Rum Jumbie sitting next to me. And what do you think, Mr. Rum Jumbie? Well, let me tell you what I think about your show. It's pretty good. We got Reef Rum. And if you don't have any Reef Rum, I need you to go out and get some Reef Rum and tell me all about it because it's pretty damn good rum. That's what I like. So, what else is going on, Michelle? So we talked about me slipping in the shower and 1,000 bruises. You forgot your name one night. Still trying to figure out if Michelle Myers...
Still knew my first name.
Only your first name.
No, I remembered my first name.
Okay, your first name. Last name. Hey, we got a Tuesday on the Island coming up on Tuesday, so we're going to be coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios here, which means not this Sunday, there won't be one, but the following Sunday there will be. So we've got that taken care of. Yeah, so don't forget, we'll be back on May 2nd with our shows. And I'm going to redo the studio. I went and I broke down and bought...
It's not here yet.
It's not here yet. A new computer. So I'll be starting a GoFundMe. So anybody would like to assist in the acquiring of that new computer that I've already paid for. And where's Willie and Scotty? They're at work right now. So yeah, they had to get a job to take care of
modeling job.
The modeling job. Yeah. We see Jojo Fish saw the post about Mallory Square. It's 45 feet. Yeah. Question is, what about the cruise ships? Looks like the docking spots are included in the feet. Well, so what I can tell is that is only for Mallory Square, and that's more than 45 feet. That's the length of...
That's 9 foot by 5 foot. Is 45 feet.
It's one end to the other end of Mallory Square is X'd off. So I'm a little confused with how they've got this marked off. And normally cruise ships do not park on Mallory Square, although they've been doing it lately. I can't tell you why. I don't know what the deal is. So it shouldn't affect...
The cruise ship parking?
The normal cruise ship parking where they'll use the Navy area and then the one kind of next to where, right in front of the Opal. So those should be okay. But yeah, when I saw that tonight, I'm like, that looks like more than 45 feet. I'm not a smart man, but I'm like, what? So yeah, it looked a little bit weird. So thanks to Jojo Fish for pointing that out. But it's crazy. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Apparently they had great big trucks out there tonight, and well, I guess they're not too worried about the trucks falling in. I guess but I have to say it because I was talking to Pam, and Pam was telling me that a lot of those pylons underneath there are just corroding like crazy. So I won't be surprised if it's a huge renovation out there, an emergency renovation. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, and inquiring minds want to know. But in the meantime, we're going to get to some more music. We got more stuff to talk about. Tell me some stories, people. Come on, this is Coastal Confessions. What the hell do I need to do to get you to tell me a story? Michelle, what do you think? You're over there like, shut up and just play a song. Play a song, Johnny. So, all right, I got some detentions coming up here. A little bourbon on Bourbon Street. You and I have had bourbon on Bourbon Street.
A lot of bourbon.
A lot of bourbon on Bourbon Street.
Actually, usually I'm drinking, what are those one things called?
The hand grenades.
Hand grenades.
Hand grenades.
Or the turtle thing at the turtle place.
Yeah.
Which they kind of stole.
Which they stole from the hand grenade people. And yeah, what can you say? So anyway, got detentions coming up here, bourbon on Bourbon Street. And Tedeschi Trucks Band with Whiskey Legs, guys. B-Man Michelle on a Friday night. We're having a good time. I hope you are too. Share some stories, everybody. That's what we want to hear. B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio. Friday night, everybody.
I've never been on bourbon, and that
That's the voodoo's true. But I'd heard some wacky stories when I was a wild-eyed youth. So I headed down to the corner. My boots were begging to hit them bricks. I wanted to sip what they be serving on the other side of the river Styx, and have some bourbon on bourbon. See what it's all about. Buzz me up till I'm hurt, and all them ghosts come out. As they live on top of that, that's what the people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. My first night on bourbon started over at Lafitte's. Had an Abita and a Makers. It had me dancing in my seat. And sitting over there in the corner with the devil grin on his face sat my old friend Hillbilly, looking like he owned the place. And we drink bourbon on bourbon. That's what it's all about. Buzz me up till I'm hurting, and all them ghosts come out. Lazy live on top of that. That's what the people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. If I'm ever back on bourbon, it might be on a dare. It left me feeling fuzzy, fat and forgotten. I think I drowned my liver there. Oh, just be careful what you wish for. It could very well come true. With you falling face down on them bricks and the homeless hailing cabs for you. 'Cause you drink bourbon on bourbon. That's what it's all about. Buzz me up till I'm hurting, and all them ghosts come out. As they live on top of that, that's what the people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down there in a Bukhari. Lazy live on top of that, that's what the people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in the Bukhari. Let the good times roll. Aye.
For smoke, and that ain't no joke. Hillbillies coming at me, won't leave me alone. Summer's fast and I lose esteem. A slumber's cold in a winter's dream. Too tired to yawn, but I'm willing to love. Over the withered hills I
Hey everybody, join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station. Here at Tiki Man Radio, we love shout-outs from our artists and our listeners from all over the world. You ever wondered how you do that? Well, if you have the free Tiki Man Radio app, all you have to do is click on the little menu and go down to where it says shout-out. You can record a short shout-out. When you're done, you just send it straight to us. You have about 15, 16 seconds to do it. Here's a couple of pointers. Make sure you don't have your TV on or your radio. Make sure you're in a quiet space if you can. And always tell us who you are, where you're from, and mention you're listening to Tiki Man Radio. It's as simple as that. You want to hear your name on the radio? Send us a shout out and we'll put it in the radio station for you. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station, and give us a shout out.
Hey, this is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval? Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow-dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
Yeah, Tiki Man Radio. Ooh, there we go. Hello, Michel, my belle. Sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. How are you?
Good.
It's Friday night.
Yes, it is.
It is. It's Friday night. We're having a good time here. And hey, when you're in town, don't forget to go down to Nailtini. Get your toes done, your nails done. You can get hair down there.
You can get hair.
Jake will take care of
So
you.
if you're bald, you can.
If you're
down there.
bald, the hair that he cut
Get
off
your
somebody else, he'll glue right on top of your head. So yeah, you know what? I got fur on my mic here. You know why? Pardon everybody. Scotty keeps going over here and he drives by and he leaves these little cat hairs on my thing. So it's like they were tickling my nose. So. So yes, if you're in town, don't forget to go down to Nailtini and check them out. I'm curious, how many people are coming to the Songwriter Showcase this year? How many people are going to come down and help us out this year? So if you're doing that, let me know. I got some ideas, and I know Danny will probably end up, and I need to talk with Danny about this, but I think he's going to work with Gypsy on doing the sandbar thing again like we always do, but I'm kind of interested in also coming up with something for the cooking school thing. I think that would be a lot of fun for folks. So we're trying to come up with some ideas to make your guys' time fun down here. And you do so much work for us, and we appreciate it. So that's all I got to say about that. But that's what we're thinking of, our volunteers, and we care about them. And there you go. Hey, I was going to talk about the plogging numbers real quick.
Yeah, you had to.
So this is what, the first quarter. We just got through the first quarter. And I'm not going to go through all these numbers, but our volunteers this year, just in the first quarter compared to last year was 771 volunteers. This year we're at 895. Cigarette butts have gone down. We had 46 last quarter, last year, 2024 this quarter, and then of course 2025, 40 gallons of butts.
So have you been to less cigarette buddy places, or do you think people are throwing them on the ground less?
I'm hoping that less people are smoking.
Or at least not throwing them on the ground.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, we had some conversation with some people out there today. In 2024, this quarter in 2024, we had 4,508 pounds of trash. So far this year, for 2025, first quarter, 5,039 pounds. We've picked up more. We've got more volunteers too. And then, of course, recycling for 2024 was first quarter 275, and this year it's 543. And interesting enough, we have picked up our recycling. And here's what we've done. We have a new recycling coordinator in Key West. Keely has done such a great job, and we're actually doing more sifting through the garbage that people bring in their buckets of what's recycle and not. So we're actually being more diligent where we're at when we collect it and people bring it to us. So that's why the number's gone up, because in years past we didn't really have somebody out there doing that. So that is so cool. I love that. Maureen says she's coming in on Sunday and leaving on Wednesday after showcase, 11 days. All right. Well, we've got time to, like I said, I think what I'll probably end up doing is just sending a message out saying, people, please send me the dates that you're coming, the actual date, I'm coming in on such and such October and I'm leaving such and such November. That's probably the best way to do it, because coming in on Sunday and leaving Wednesday, that doesn't really tell me much. Which Sunday? 2 Sundays before? Or 2 Sundays after? I don't know. But I'll put something out there, Mo. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. What else there was something else I was thinking about while we were on break, and God dang it, I just completely spaced out with it. So, what else is going on in Key West, Michelle?
Conch Republic Days.
A lot going on. I actually got I picked up a golf cart today. So the Conch Republic Aerospace program will be with a golf cart. This thing is like, okay,
like the Pope-mobile.
It's what?
It's like the Pope-mobile.
Yeah, this is funny. This is funny because I run in. So I'll tell a very quick story leading into today. I needed a golf cart. I used Sissy's last year. She said, no, you can't use it this year. I don't have a car, so I need my golf cart. Which then I got thinking, why didn't I offer her our car? I didn't even think twice about it, but anyway, and then I was going to go get a cart because I want to work a deal with one of the golf cart companies down here because I want a golf cart during the Songwriter Showcase for Danny and I and you and Heather. And, of course, like any other business down here, they
gouge you during the...
Oh, my God. It's like trying to get him to call you back. You walk in there, it's like, is manager here? No, he stepped out. Well, here's my card. Will you please have him call me? Sure. Nothing. You walk back in, there's manager here? Oh, he just left. I'm like, seriously? Come on, man. It's like... So anyway, I'm trying to work with this one golf cart company.
Just go with somebody else.
And, well, I went to a couple others, and they're just like, no. Flat out, no.
No, why? But they don't have any?
No, they don't want to help us. I'm like, look, I'm trying to work a deal, do some radio stuff here. Blah, blah. No. Like, whatever. You know what? When it gets slow and you want people to rent one of your carts, screw you. All right? How about that? So, and then Sissy's like, well, you can have the cart. And I'm like, great. And then I asked her the other day, and she's like, no, I need the cart. I'm like, all right, I'm going back and forth here. So I was just going to go rent one. And then I ran into Gypsy Travels today, and she's like, you can use ours. And I'm like, oh, my God. She goes, but it has doors. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, send me a picture, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, she sent me a picture, like you said, it looks like the damn Pope-mobile, It's got solar panel on top of the roof and everything. I was like, holy crap. I mean, this is like a commander's car. So I'm like, hell yeah. So we got her cart. She's going to bring it to us at some point. And then we'll get another one and make it happen. But yeah, and then Maureen's giving me crap. Dude, you ask who's coming. No, I ask who's coming. I'm just, thank you. You told me who's coming. Now I just need the calendar dates. So, anyway, just through a time frame, but it's the longest I have been there. Have your people message my people. That's right. We'll do that. So, and what the hell did she just send me? She sent me something else, too. So, all right, hang on, Mo. I'm looking at my phone here. Is that a screwdriver picture? So, I don't know what you're doing, Mo. So, yeah, Conch Republic Days are coming up. We'll be down at the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, which is our intergalactic starbase watering hole. So there's a lot going on down there. It's so much fun to have a lot of folks coming into town. So, and today, what did I make today?
Burritos.
Breakfast
burritos.
Breakfast burritos. Because,
kind of like little mini breakfast burritos.
Well, I didn't want to I've never rolled a burrito before. I can roll the crap out of a tamale, but...
Well, tortilla's a lot thicker.
Well, yeah. And I was like, you ever like, you're so into like doing something and you notice that as you're doing it, your tongue's sticking out? I'm just like...
Ernie. We used to have this cat, Ernie, when he'd be like sitting there thinking.
And I'm grunting as I'm rolling this thing. I'm like, why am I trying so hard to roll a freaking burrito? So I got bust tamales out like there's no tomorrow. But
Boy, that's easy to shape them. Because
slap a
the
tortilla and stuff in there. And I'm just like...
Tortilla's already formed. You have to...
Not only were my tongue sticking out, my toes were curled up. Like, what am I just trying so hard here? But by the time I got to the last one, I had it perfected. So it's not as easy as it looks. I was watching video.
It's easy to make one if you don't care about the ends. But if you want the ends sealed up, that's harder.
Mo, what the hell you been drinking? She's like, that's a screwdriver. You said you got screwed. This should help remove the screw. All right, Mo. You know what? I'm writing this down right now. Find the Mo song. Did you hear that, Mo?
Hey, Mo.
I'm going to find the Mo song, Mo.
The curly shuffle.
The curly shuffle. The curly shuffle. Hey, Mo. There you go. Michelle said it first, not me. So yeah, making burritos today. And I learned something new.
Did you figure out how to, like, wet the ends or something so they'll stick, or is that like a technique?
Yeah, I went like this with my finger. I looked at the end of my finger, and then that's how it. No, I'm kidding. No, I did. I didn't have to because it didn't do that. I think the worst thing is like the ends. My end was sticking out.
There's something, I don't know if it's water or like flour water or something you can put on the ends so that it'll
I didn't need
together.
to do that. I mean, it's stuck.
So you don't open it and it flies open when you're trying to...
Oh, no, these aren't flying open. That ain't happening. Yeah, my burrito... No, I didn't roll them as tight as the Ecuadorians on Seinfeld when they were doing the crepes. Remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
So,
they all got burnt.
They all got burnt. And you hear them going, ah!
Especially Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut. Oh, my God. Yeah, so...
George's nemesis.
I love that show, Seinfeld. My God. Maybe we should do like a binge watch. Speaking of binge watching, you and I just finished watching The Diplomat.
Although they've got, I think, at least 2 more seasons coming. So.
Oh, let me tell you what. So we've been in the evenings. When we finally settled down.
Nothing good on network TV.
Yeah, there's nothing network TV.
Only thing, The Connors and what do I watch? The Connors. What's on Thursday? Georgie and Mandy and Ghosts. That's like the only 3 things I watch on network TV.
Yeah. So in the evenings, we're like, when we finally settle down at 8, 9 o'clock at night, it's like, find something cool. So we've been like, we actually had to make a list. Where's that list at? I mean, we had to make a list because all these damn shows that we've been watched. Okay, so the first one.
Binge watched in the last few months.
Strange New Worlds. That's Star Trek.
That started, I think, in January.
Right? That's Star Trek, right?
Or maybe last.
All right. Strange New Worlds, and you were like so into that. And then we started watching Landman. That was fabulous, man. I'll tell you what.
All of these should have new episodes coming on Wednesday.
And then we're like, number 3, Tulsa King. Now, I think I said on the show a while back I wasn't too sure about this, and I actually had the whole plot wrong. I thought he was like a good guy coming in town to clean the bad stuff up, when actually he's a bad guy.
He's the mafioso.
He's a mafioso. But then I was like, the other issue I had with thinking I'm going to watch the show, I was like, going to listen to Sylvester Stallone through the whole thing, go, and I'm like,
talks like that.
I'm just, it's not as bad. I was very, very surprised. But it was good. And then we started watching The Agency. Now, that one, it took the first 3 episodes to even, I was at some point going, I don't know if I can watch the rest of this. That was me personally, and I think you were the same way. But, man, once you got into, like, the 4th episode, you're like, all right, I'm hooked. And that was really good. And then the Lioness. That was really good. I like the Lioness. That was really... And then what we finished last night was the Diplomat. That had me going from the very first episode. I'm like, this is going to be good. And all I'll say is that when it ended last night, because it was 8 episodes the first season, 6 episodes the second season, and they're bringing them back, but it wasn't what I thought was going to happen. I was talking to a guy at Neil T today, and we were talking about that, and he said the same thing. He goes, I did not expect that cliffhanger at the end. So now I'm hooked with that. So Lord only knows what else we're going to have to binge watch and add to that list of stuff. So,
well, a lot of these have follow-on seasons. It's just when are they going to start?
Yeah, when are they going to do them? Yeah. So, anyway, that was fabulous, and I can't wait till all the, these guys get caught up, and Lord knows. If you got another good one, let us know. So, that's what Michelle and I end up doing, and watching them until like 1 in the morning before we go to bed. So, because I'm so hyped up, sometimes I'm not ready to go to bed at night. I'm just like, I'm hyped up. Been doing stuff all day. I'm ready to do something else. But you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to get some more music. Bob Carwin, I think he figured this out. I think he figured it out. Bearable hours, that's what we should be doing. B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio on a Friday night. From the Beachy Shell Studios, everybody.
I know a lawyer who works downtown in a big glass tower. He spends his days and nights chasing billable hours. Keeps a change of clothes in his office and sleeps on the floor, while most of the money he makes goes to the guys whose names are on the door. I don't need those dollars and cents, but still I spend a lot of time helping out my friends. I've been known to swing a hammer or move a couch or two. Maybe I should start charging for my time like those lawyers do. You can keep your money, I'm not a greedy man. My currency is best delivered in bottles and cans. I'm charging bearable hours for my precious time. If you got the cold ones, I'll be first in line. I'm set up for direct deposit to this belly of mine. I'm charging bearable hours for my time. I can fix your sink for a tall boy or two. I can paint your fence for another 6 when I am through. For a case, I'll be ready with my table song plainer. Or you can bring a cake and keep me on retainer. You can keep your money, I'm not a greedy man. My currency is best delivered in bottles and cans. I'm charging bearable hours for my precious time. If you've got the cold ones, I'll be first in line. I'm set up for direct deposit to this belly of mine. I'm charging bearable hours for my time. People ask how I pay my rent when I get paid in beer. Get a nickel each for a bottle and can at a place not far from here. I bring in my bag and they give me the dough. I can pay my bills and I have a little left for a 6-pack to go. I'm charging bearable hours for my precious time. If you've got the gold ones, I'll be first in line. I'm set up for direct deposit to this belly of mine. I'm charging bearable hours for my time. I'm charging bearable hours for my precious time. I'm charging bearable hours for my time.
Hi, everybody. Get your drinks ready because coming up is 2 songs to drink to with Ann and Bill Abbott of the Amateur Adventures Club. Only on B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americano radio station.
So
So I want everybody to raise your glass for me. We'll do a beer drinking song. We'll do a holler and swallow. On the count of three, everybody holler and swallow. 1, 2, 3, holler and swallow. All right, we're going to dedicate this to the men out there that have to put up with an awful thing. Not being allowed to put what they want in their ice chests on the weekend. Well, the weather was nice and the lake was still. I was loading up my rod and reel to ask my wife if she seen my brand new spinners. She just laughed at me like I pulled her leg. Said maybe I should cut that grass instead. But the brim were biting, so I promised I'd be home by dinner. Well, then she seen that case of Bud that I tried to hide, and that cooler full of cans doesn't lie. You know, when I go fishing, I rarely go drinking beer. Yeah, all I plan on catching is a buzz. Yeah, I'll be throwing them back and tying one on down on that pier. When I go fishing, I rarely go drinking beer. I hope they're biting. Yeah, then the weather got cool and the sun was up. I was loading my gear in Lee Sanders' truck, but I couldn't find any shells for my shotgun. My wife laughed at me like I pulled her leg. Said maybe I should fix that sink instead. But if I get a buck this year, babe, I'll buy you a new one. Well, then she seen me loading up at Party Ball. She said, that's why there ain't no antlers hanging on our wall. You know, when I go hunting, I rarely go drinking beer. Yeah, all I plan on killing is a case or two. Yeah, I'll be seeing double, but not one single deer. When I go hunting, I rarely go drinking beer. Just yesterday, my wife told me she was going out to the store. Yeah, when she walked in, 3 sheets to the wind, I knew what she'd gone there for. When she goes shopping, she rarely goes drinking beer. Yeah, happy hour down at Lulu's gets her every time. She don't need no grocery list or a credit card to Sears. She goes shopping, she rarely go drinking beer. Y'all wanna help me sing this? When I go fishing, I rarely go drinking. Yeah, when I go hunting, I rarely go drinking beer. We're up here singing, we're really just drinking beer. Don't tell nobody, I rarely go drinking beer. Rarely go drinking root beer. Thank you.
Everybody's got a problem, so do I. But we ain't gonna solve them on a Saturday night. I just put a paycheck in the bank, and I ain't hit the town in a minute to drink. You had one of those weeks, stuck on repeat. I'll save you a seat. Come on now, swing on by. Bring whatever's been on your mind. Locals on tap and bottles on ice. Living on feel-good standard time. My card's on the bar. You got nowhere to be if you don't come through, buddy. That's on you, 'cause the beer's on me. Yeah, the beer's on me. Ain't that right, Hardy? Yeah, I'm gonna get around a two for all the ones. Just a busting you back while you cussing the sun. And if your girl don't love you no more, well, here's a tall boy to crying and it's been paid for. And if you're short on cash, say cheers. Don't sweat it, leave the sweating to the beer. And come on down, swing on by. Bring whatever's been on your mind. Locals on tap and bottles on ice. Living on feel-good standard time. My card's on the bar. You got nowhere to be if you don't come through, buddy. That's on you, 'cause the beer's on me. Yeah, the beer's on me. Drink it down. I like my drinks like my roof on the house. We turning up, got double cups, the sun's going down. With lagers, I'm a boxer, yeah, I need about 12 rounds. And I could be a sponsor if you like how that sounds. Tell me what you drinking, buckets for a Lincoln. I could cover you and me and everyone you bring in. Come on now, swing on by. Bring whatever's been on your mind. Locals on tap and bottles on ice. Living on feel-good standard time. My card's on the bar. You got nowhere to be if you don't come through, buddy. That's on you, 'cause the beer's on me. Yeah, the beer's on me. The beer's on me. Gonna save you a seat, 'cause the beer's on me. Come get a Bud Heavy Bush Light. Kill a cold Miller Blue Moon Red Stripe. Night or day don't matter to me, 'cause don't nothing taste better than free. Yeah, the beer's on.
You're listening to Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your coastal Americana radio station. Come over and chillax and relax. Everything's going to be okay.
Hey Tiki Man Radio fans, this is Emily Randall from Chicagoland, and I love tuning in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on the internet at TikiManRadio.com or watch live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Reach out if you've got a song request or a confession.
Surrounded by walls, but all I see.
Yeah, you know what time it is on this show on Friday nights when you hear that music. It's B-Man and Michelle's This Day in Music, and here we go. First of all, I want a big old shout out to my good buddy Tony Newbern out in Maryland, White Plains, Maryland to be exact. He and Kathy, I'm assuming that two of them are listening in, or maybe she went to bed, and he's gotten himself some one-on-one wild turkey. That's what he and I used to do. So, Tony, the whole show tonight's been about different kind of drinking stuff. And what crazy stuff have you done over the years, my friend? So, I know you and I have, we've had a lot of meetings over the years discussing things. A lot of plans have been made on napkins. And, you know, that's the way it goes. So, this part of the show, This Day in Music, B-Man and Michelle, I'd like to share we give you history. Not only do you come on the show and listen to us sit here and have a good time, but we also have a learning hour. This is like Sesame Street. I'm just waiting for Big Bird to walk by here and go, hey! And Oscar the Grouch in his can and the whole 9 yards. So Ready, go? Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready? 1952, Singing in the Rain, starring Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and newcomer Debbie Reynolds. Hot Debbie Reynolds was released in the U.S. to mild fanfare. They were like, whatever. That's what they said. 1956, the Godfather of Soul, and the hardest working man in show business, James Brown, step back, I want to kiss myself, had the first chart entry on the R&B charts with Please, Please, Please. Tony just sent a message saying, you look good, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're talking about James Brown, and he's like, Michelle looks hot. Well, yeah. 1961, Bob Dylan made his New York City stage debut at Jarides Folk City, a small Greenwich Village club, opening for John Lee Hooker. During the set, he debuted a tune that would come to be the most trademark songs. Which song would that be, Bob Dylan's song, Michelle?
I don't know.
Blowing in the Wind.
No, I like that song.
That is a good
That's
song.
a good sit-in song.
It is. You want to sit in after we get done with the show tonight? Sit around the table here. How many roads
Must a man walk down?
the man walk down? 1964, the Beatles set a new record with 14 of the top 100 songs in the charts were theirs. Is that unbelievable? 14 in the top 100.
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable.
What are you, Little Rascals or something over there? Unbelievable. Can't Buy Me Love was number 1, and Love Me Do was their lowest at number 81.
That's a good song.
That is a good song. 1970, Fleetwood Mac founding member Peter Green announced he was leaving the group to devote himself to what God would have me to do. That's a good one. After a few member changes, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined the band for their most successful lineup in 1974. Those guys, I saw them, and man, they were really good. 1970, the day after Paul McCartney announced his departure from the Beatles, Let It Be hit number 1 on the chart, staying there for 2 weeks. 1981, Van Halen guitarist Eddie Van Halen married actress Valerie Bertinelli. Man, I had the biggest crush on her in that show.
Let's just read an article about her today.
Oh, what was it?
Some pictures she took for One Day at a Time back in the day, but at the end they had one in her underwear. I mean, she still had a top on, but she had underwear on.
You didn't send it to me.
Go out there and find it.
Well, anyway, they separated in 2001 and divorced in 2005. Their son, Wolfgang.
Amadeus.
You know, it'd be like, you know, when you're happy with the kid, hey, Wolfie, come here. And when you're pissed off at him, hey, Wolfgang, get your ass over here. Went to become the bass player in his dad's group. I did not know that. And if he had a bad note, Wolfgang! That's a bad note. 1983, Dave Mustaine is kicked out of Metallica because of his drug and alcohol addictions. Soon after, he forms Megadeth, which becomes one of the most successful metal bands of the era.
Yeah, getting kicked out of a hard rock band.
The moral of the story is,
metal band.
Who cares? I'm not saying drugs are good for you, but Megadeth worked for it.
It was a metal band.
2002, Aretha Franklin and 7 other Motown stars were honored with street names in Detroit's new low-income housing project. I thought, when I first read this, I was like, Aretha Franklin and the 7 Dwarfs. No, wait a minute. No, 7 other Motown stars. I just saying, it threw me off when I was reading through these earlier. 2006, June Pointer. Okay, where am I going with this, Michelle?
Pointer Sisters?
Pointer Sisters died at age 52 after being hospitalized for a stroke and diagnosed with cancer.
That's not cool.
That is not cool. 2011, Chicago blues musician Lacey Gibson died at age 74 of a heart attack. 2014, Nirvana was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside Kiss and Beatles manager Brian Epstein. REM's Michael Stipe inducted the group, saying Nirvana tapped into a voice that was yearning to be heard. Nirvana were kicking against the mainstream. They spoke truth, and a lot of people listened. They were. I mean, I like some of the stuff listened to it. 2014, this is... When I say this name, Michelle, what's the first thing that comes into your head. 2014, Jesse Winchester died at age 69 of bladder cancer.
Triangle Man. Or Rumba Man.
The Rumba Man, yeah. He was one of the major singer-songwriters of the country rock movement in the early 70s, known for his songwriting, which resulted in several hits, and other
Defying
country
Gravity.
artists.
And Defying Gravity. What is he?
Yeah, Defying Gravity. Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff out there. And, of course, you know, the biggest issue, he always took it in the shorts, was the fact that they said he was a draft dodger and went to Canada. So I'm not getting into that. But
like he was the only musician to be a
draft. I know. 2017, Jay Giles, guitarist and founding member of Jay Giles Band, died at age 71. 2022, at the CMT Awards, the Judds reunited for their first TV appearance in 20 years, performing their 1990 song, Love Can Build a Bridge. Earlier that day, mother-daughter duo also announced a 10-date arena run across the U.S. dubbed The Final Tour, which Martina McBride as a supporting act. Pretty cool. We got some pretty short birthdays today. Birthdays, Stuart Adamson, the co-founder, lead singer, and guitarist of Big Country, who was born today in 1958. And, of course, Doug Hopkins. Why is my mouse not working? Doug Hopkins, co-founder, the original guitarist of Gin Blossoms, was born today in 1961. And that is your music today in music. B-Man and Michelle, right here on Tiki Man Radio. It's so cool having Tony joining us tonight. So, Tony, thank you so very much. Be a part of it. He says, you're looking good. And he felt bad saying that. He says, and I look good, too. A shot of tequila for you all. Well, you know what? And a great big sip of
rum
from Michelle, and vodka LaCroix for me. All right. So if you're listening to us on Facebook, Jesus Christ. If you're listening to us on YouTube, make sure you hit those thumbs up.
Actually, if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're watching us, listening to us, watching us.
You're listening to us on the internet.
Well, some people put it on and they go walking around. Beth does that. She was telling me, she goes, sometimes I just watch you on YouTube when I'm walking around and I just hear it. So I'm like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So thank you very, very much. And what else is happening over there with you?
Watching Discovery.
I know, you've been watching that damn TV over there, so.
I need like those glasses where you can like watch it. And you act like you're looking at people, but you're like. Those like the Google glasses.
Oh my God, there we go. There we go. So anyway, so Tony, who's tuned in tonight, he hasn't tuned in very often. I think he forgets about me, and we're not, one of those important people in his life anymore like I used to be. But that's okay, Tony. I'm not trying to guilt you in, watching us every Friday. Which you should, because you miss out on a lot of interesting stuff that we do on the show. And
you can watch it later.
Last week we were in robes.
Almost.
I'm kidding. Well, last week was interesting because I didn't know the YouTube thing was going to go, and it finally went. But you didn't get the memo, and by the time you got the memo, you'd already put your hair up, taken off your earrings and everything. You even said, you're like, I almost got in my robe. So I know, Tony, I'm just messing with you. He says I'm still important to him. So Tony and I go way back. But I'll tell you what, we've had some fun times over the years, especially when we were in Maryland. And I was just telling this story the other day. Back in the day, when he was on, and he wasn't far from me, but maybe 3 miles, maybe 4 miles in a little area where he lived and where I lived. But we used to play golf.
Over the internet.
And back in the day, it was the AOL thing, It's like, when it started, it was like...
For you young people, you could not be on the internet and make phone calls at the same time.
No, you could. And it was funny because he and I would play golf. He'd be over at his house. I'd be at my house. My ex was already passed out on the couch. That was her thing, She'd come home, eat, smoke 3 cigarettes, drink 2 beers, and she's passed out,
2 beers?
All right, 5 beers. And that was a good thing because I'm like, oh my God, she's sleeping. Thank God. Yay, there is a Lord. And for me, it was, as she's sleeping, and Tony and I would sit there and we just play golf. But it was so freaking slow. It's like, I have to call him up. I'm like, dude.
How'd you call him?
I think we had cell phones at that point. I think we did have cell phones, but it's just.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm just like, oh my God.
Maybe had like work cell phones or something.
And then, you go to swing. I'd watch him swing the club and it would like hang up and then slowly. It was crazy. Oh my God. Let me see. Maureen says, before chat, I am listening while I pack for a possible overnight trip tomorrow. Going to a Parrot Head event about 1.5 hours from my house. May stay. That's after my morning pickleball tournament. Mo, you're the busiest person that I have. I thought I was busy. I don't even think she sleeps. I think what she does is she packs, she does this, she does that. She watches TV. This woman is just always just going crazy. So, and then she goes, so listening while I'm using my time wisely. Well, there you go. A beer time. She's at least you're drinking a beer, I think. So, way to go, Mo. So yeah, we used to have a good time, Tony and I. Man, that was some crazy stuff. And yeah, golf over the internet back in the day. Who would have thunk it? I mean, it's now you could probably do it with no problem. I mean, we got internet that goes crazy, and so just one of those things. All right, so we've been going through the list of stuff tonight. Next is margaritas. So, and Mo says, and I have a full-time job. Well, Mo, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight because the last week and a half you've ditched us. Actually, the last 3, 4, 5 shows, you have not been around. So I'm glad you're with us tonight. We appreciate you being with us tonight. But now we're going into margarita time. And Howard Livingston. Actually, I learned how to play this song, so I love this song. It's a really good song. Blame it on the margaritas. Guys, B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios here in Key West on Tiki Man Radio. Blame it on the margaritas and not your best friend.
She came down from the mainland looking for a quiet holiday. She'd been working way too hard. She wanted to get away. She was more the conservative type, wanted to read her books all alone. But one trip to the tiki bar, she never made it home. Blame it on the margaritas, blame it on the rum, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the sun, blame it on the ocean, it's so very blue. Blame it on anything, just don't blame it on you. Her boss up north keeps calling, says you've got to get back home. She thought for a minute and then she did it in the ocean when her phone. Now she wakes up every morning, grinning ear to ear. Selling seashells on the beach is her new career. Blame it on the margaritas, blame it on the rum, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the sun, blame it on the ocean, it's so very blue. Blame it on anything, just don't blame it on you.
Another plane is landing. Someone is getting off. Their life's about to change in a way they never thought. They'll sit by the ocean and feel the gentle breeze all day. They'll look in the sky, wave at their plane going by, 'cause they're becoming another castaway. Blame it on the margaritas. Blame it on the rum. Blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the sun. Blame it on the ocean. It's so very blue. Blame it on anything. Just don't blame it on you. Don't blame it on you. Don't blame it on you.
Everybody here ain't from here, but we're here doing our thing. Letting go a little, little by little, sipping on a frozen drink. Tiki bars taking, pouring all week, and clouds ain't leaking no rain. Two pieces shaking, white caps are breaking, we ain't feeling no pain. It goes like one margarita, two margarita, three margarita shot. Don't worry about tomorrow, leave all your sorrow out here on the floating dock. When that sun lays down, we'll be on our way. One more barefoot round, one more last chance to say, hey senorita, don't you think we need a salt and a buffet song? One margarita, two margarita, three margarita, we'll be gone. Ice blue sky, shades on the ice to tuck the bloodshot away. Hair of the dog shouldn't take long, but who cares, we got all day. Palm trees are leaning, sunburned screaming, but we'll all be alright. After one margarita, two margarita, three margarita shot. Don't worry about tomorrow, leave all your sorrow out here on the floating dock. When that sun lays down, we'll be on our way. One more barefoot round, one more last chance to say, hey senorita, don't you think we need a salt and a Marley song? One margarita, two margarita, three margarita, we'll be gone. We'll be gone. Tiki bars taking, pouring all week, and clouds ain't leaking no rain. Two pieces shaking, white caps are breaking, we ain't feeling no pain, feeling no pain. It goes like one margarita, two margarita, three margarita shot. Don't worry about tomorrow, leave all your sorrow out here on the floating dock. When that sun lays down, we'll be on our way. One more barefoot round, one more last chance to say, hey senorita, don't you think we need a salt and a Chesney song? One margarita, two margarita, three margarita, we'll be gone. We'll be gone. We'll be gone.
Politicians try to change the world with their crazy half-baked schemes. Don't give a damn about the stupid plans, we know it's just a dream. Say they're gonna lower taxes and find us really cool jobs. We all know it's a bunch of bull, so stick it where the sun don't shine. Watching the news only gives me the blues. What the hell will happen next? Gas is going higher, my bank account lower. World is just a mess. Crazy 4 liters, 2-minute tweeters, my Facebook's on overdrive. Seems all that chatter just keeps getting fatter. It's all a waste of time.
So what we gotta do?
Pour me a cold margarita, about to top off the old land shark. Change my attitude, find my latitude, jamming to some drinking tunes. Pour me a cold margarita, about to top off the old land shark. Had enough of this crazy stuff, I'm gonna drink away these blues. What's up with television today? It's really just too much. Pregnant teens, drama queens, all trying to sell us stuff. Shouldn't be surprised by the greed and the lies that some folks try to hatch. Load up the blender, it's time to surrender that mind-numbing batch. Pour me a cold margarita, pop the top off the old land shark. Change my attitude, find my latitude, listen to some reggae tunes. Pour me a cold margarita, pop the top off the old land shark. Put into action that liquid reaction and change my worldwide view.
Man, I was on the internet this morning. I saw the dumbest thing ever.
Is that stupid article everybody's talking about doesn't make any sense at all?
Not at all.
What are you guys on there for anyway?
I don't know, man. It's all just a waste of time.
I've really had enough of all this stuff. I need something cold and bubbly.
Boy, amen to that one. Let's go grab us a nice cold one. What do you say?
I think we need a drink. Let's go. Hey, I'll take one.
Who wants a margarita?
I'm
here.
Margarita sounds good.
Pour me a cold margarita, pop the top off the old land shark. Gonna change my attitude, find my latitude, listen to some buffet tunes.
Margarita now!
Pour me a cold margarita, pop the top off the old land shark. Take a plane south, get the hell out and party at the end of the world. Grab me a bottle, grab me a blender, party at the end of the world.
Woohoo!
Yowza.
Nailtini Nail Bar and Day Spa in Key West offers a relaxing and serene atmosphere. Whether you are visiting Key West or a local, Nailtini is your temporary getaway from stressful everyday life. We provide a wide range of services. Dr. Lesson offers Botox and fillers by appointment only. We have skincare that includes waxing and facials. And for nails, it's not just a pedicure. You can get gel, you can get acrylic. While our skilled professionals pamper you and your guests, you can sit back and enjoy a relaxing manicure, pedicure in one of our massage chairs and enjoy a complimentary martini or other drink option. To see all our spa services, visit us at our website, nailtiniKeyWest.com, or call 305-294-4443 to talk with one of our skilled professionals and to make your appointment today. Hi, this is Sissy at Nailtini. Stop by for a mani-pedi at 817 Duval. Now, back to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Hey, B-Man Michelle here on a Friday night, coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios at the Beachy Shell Hideaway here in Key West on Tiki Man Radio. Don't forget, following our show starting at midnight, Jukebox Saturday mornings, and they'll be running all the way until Saturday noon. So I love Jukebox Saturday mornings because I'll tell you what, they play some really cool stuff. And I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million times in one, I love the Paul Harvey segment. There's just the greatest
Sounds cool.
thing. So
I'm not usually up that early, though.
I know you're not. So let's get back to my good-looking mug. There I am. I'm so cute. Hello, Michelle. Hey, I was showing, if anybody was paying attention on YouTube, and if you're not watching on YouTube, you really need to be watching on YouTube because you get to see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool videos, advertisements, the whole 9 yards. But I was showing the video when Sissy and her fiance Mark went to Cuba for the day, and that is something that you and I are going to be doing. Okay. And it flies out of Key West, believe it or not. It's through Air Key West, and it's like $1,200 a person, but they take care of your visa. includes the flight. You go over. They show you around different parts of Cuba. You get to see some Hemingway stuff where Hemingway lived, the whole 9 yards. And it is just something. I can't wait till you and I get to do it. It's going to be a really neat thing. And you know what? I wouldn't do it once. I would do it probably twice. I think that would be really cool. What do you think about that?
Well, I said it'd be cool. Like, it might be my birthday present.
Yeah,
so
everybody's
I wouldn't say it was cool and spend that much money if I thought it sucked.
Oh, yeah. But I think it would be kind of neat to, go spend some time over there. So we just got through the margaritas portion of the show. We've got a few more songs to get through, so I'm going to kind of rush through just a little bit. We'll probably go over just a little bit. That's the luxury that we have with this show. I like the fact that we can do that. Thank you, Tony. Pour me a cold margarita, everybody. That was B-Man and the Misbehavens when we were in the New Mexico area. Of course, one margarita, Luke Bryan. And then Blame It on the Margaritas, Howard Livingston. And that's a really fun song. And actually, you and I played in the Castaways event last year. And I made sure that I had a Howard Livingston song in our long list of 600 plus songs that you and I do. So
We didn't do 600 songs.
We did not do 600 songs, but that's one of 600 and some songs in our repertoire. It's fun to say repertoire. So, let me see. And of course, Beth said the pit that we were talking about. We're talking about all these Netflix shows that we've been binge watching everything, and she
not
said
just Netflix, but yeah.
But she
streaming.
She said the pit is on Max, and it's a hospital show. She goes, even Dave says it's extremely realistic. So that's kind of interesting. But let me say, you know what? I can't watch a lot of them damn cop shows. What are the ones you like to watch?
Law and Order.
Oh, my God, I
Well,
can't.
It's not a cop show. That's more of a legal.
I can't watch those. They just drive me insane.
NCIS.
I can't watch that either. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just not into that. These other ones we've been watching, the drama thing, it's continuous. Where the other ones are like, it's an hour of stupid drama and okay, and then, all right, we win at the end of the day. I'm like, I don't like those. Just so dumb to me. That's how I think about
Most of the Law and Orders are actually real cases.
Yeah, but I can't do it. I'm sorry.
I mean, based on real cases.
Based on real cases.
I can't tell you exactly like that.
We'd have to shoot you if we told you.
No, not that. Just might get sued for libel or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not telling anybody. Are you?
Not us, them. The big networks
I won't
that have
say
lots
a
of
word,
money.
I swear to God. All right. So we're going to get some more music, guys. And then we're going to close the show out here in just a bit. But, we're having a lot of fun. And I hope you're having some fun, too. But we're going to get to some more drinking songs. And the reason why I'm cutting this discussion short, I heard somebody in the back there that I need to go see. Mother Nature.
You can do that on the
Mother Nature. But you know what? This song right here is coming up. It's a Jerry Jeff Walker song. Sangria Wine.
Oh, we know that one.
And we have some of his Sangria Wine stuff. Matter of fact, Michelle's going over to the refrigerator. Sangria Wine, Jerry Jeff Walker Sangria was one of our sponsors. I think it was a year before last. Donnie Chapman, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Right there. Let me get this other camera on. If you're watching us on YouTube, the Jerry Jeff Walker Sangria Wine. It's really good, quite honestly. And actually, I just saw Keith Sykes was in town last week.
He didn't tell us.
He didn't tell us, that rat bastard. So I'll send him a message. You rat bastard, you didn't tell us you're in town. But Keith Sykes is doing some tour stuff. And actually, Jerry Jeff Walker Sangria Wine is sponsoring him. So I thought that was kind of cool. So you're welcome, Donnie. Thanks for hanging out with us, you and Sari. And we'll see you the next plogging, I guess. So picking up trash and all that cool stuff. We'll see you on Trash Day, you trashy people. So there you go. So let's get to some more music. And we'll be right back right after some... I got a really cool song in here. I'm not going to say what it is, but it'll take you back in time, everybody. It'll take you back in time. But first of all, Jerry Jeff Walker... Sangria Wine. It's a great song. And if you don't know how to make it, listen to the song. He'll tell you how to make some sangria wine. That's how educational we are to you from Tiki Man Radio.
Friends come for Saturday night. Spanish nights to make up sangria wine. It's organic, comes from the vine. Oh, and it's legal and it gets you so high. And I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Yeah, I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Oh, I love sangria wine. Oh, I love sangria wine. Start with some apples and wine, grinding some brandy and some sugar's fine. Yeah, old friends always roll up on time. That's why you had sparkling burgundy wine. Yeah, I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Yeah, I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Oh, I love sangria wine. Oh, I love sangria wine. In Austin on a Saturday night, Everclear is dumped into the wine sometimes. Then you had nachos and tacos, burritos, who knows? Here's how it usually goes. It goes. Sangria wine. Oh, I love sangria wine. All that's left to do is drink the wine. Just lay back and watch the time go by. Old friends tell the truth and mixed with the wine. That's why I've blended all the lemons and limes. Yeah, and I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Yeah, I love that sangria wine when I'm drinking with old friends of mine. Oh, I love sangria wine. Oh, I love sangria wine. Oh, I love sangria wine.
I'm praying for rain in California so the grapes can grow and they can make more wine. And I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and a woman on my mind. I matched the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's a fool in the corner crying, I say, a little old wine drinker me. I came here last week from down in Nashville, 'cause my baby left for Florida on a train. I thought I'd get a job and just forget her. But in Chicago, a broken heart is still the same. I matched the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's a fool in the corner crying, I say, a little old wine drinker me. I say, a little old wine drinker me.
Got tired of me running around, so she tried to keep me home. Well, she broke my nose and hid my clothes, but I continued to roam. Then she finally hit my weak spot, threatened to throw my bottle out. Well, from the basements to the rooftops, everybody gonna hear me shout, give me that wine, give me that wine, give me that wine, 'cause I can't cut loose without my juice. I don't get much looser than that. Well, one day while crossing the avenue, a big car knocked me down. Well, I was stretched up, tied up traffic, and crowds came from blocks around. Now the police were searching my pockets before they took me to the funeral parlor. But when one of them cops took my bottle, I jumped straight up and started to holler, give me that wine, give me that wine, give me that wine, 'cause I can't get well without muscatel. I don't even know what muscatel is, but it always makes me feel better. Well, now one real dark and dreary night, as I was staggering home to bed, well, a bandit jumped from the shadows, put a blackjack side my head. That cat took my watch, my ring, my money, and I didn't even make a sound. But when he reached in and got my bottle, you could hear me from blocks around. Give me that wine, give me that wine, give me that wine. Beat my head out of shape, but leave my grave. You know how I feel about my graves. Well, one day my house caught fire while I was lying down sleeping off a nap. And when I woke up, everything was burning with a pop and a crackle and a snap. Now the fireman chopped up my TV set and tore my apartment apart. But when he raised his axe to my bottle, I screamed with all my heart, give me that wine, give me that wine, give me that wine, so I can drink one toast before I roast. Woo! It's getting hot in here now, baby. You can take all those Hollywood glamour girls like Lana Turner, Rita Hayworth, Bridget Bardot, and Lucille Ball. Put those girls outside the wall, put a gigantic jug beside them, and tell me to take my choice. Well, there'd be no doubt which one I choose the minute I raise my voice. Give me that wine, give me that wine, give me that wine. Those girls look fine, but I love my wine. Some folks like money, some like to dance and dine, but give me that, give me that, give me that wine. Unhand that bottle, Jack.
Take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings. Every Saturday, starting when you get up, Buttercup. Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturdays, only on Tiki Man Radio.
Chillax. That's what the man. Hey, Tiki Man Radio fans, this is Bob Shealy from the Gulf Coast of Florida, and I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at Tiki Man Radio, or watch us live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Got a confession or a song request? Let them know. But for now, sit back, chillax, and let's get back to the show.
I love Bob Shealy, man. I love that song. That song just like it puts you in the mood. Hey, Ravi just joined us. Yo, Ravi.
Kind of on the tail end there.
Kind of on the tail end there, man. But I'm glad you joined us. Thank you so very much. It's been a while. So, hey, Ravi, just so you know, Tuesday on the Island this Tuesday, live from the Beachy Shell Hideaway here. And so join us if you can on Tuesday, man. I hope things are going well with you. This has been a fun show tonight. You know, we've had my good buddy Tony show up and have a good time. And but try to do like a fun drinking show, you know, and just go with the flow. Yo. So it's been a lot of fun. We've got a lot of people with us tonight, and I so appreciate it. You know, we've had Beth Schreier. She's been hanging out with us. Donnie Chapman and Sari Chapman. Ravi just joined us. Of course, Maureen and
the other Beth.
The other Beth. Hate. Jojo Fish has been with us tonight. Scott Nickerson was hanging out with us. Of course, Danny was hanging out with us. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but he was there with us for a little bit. So it's just been a fun night. And I know we get other listeners that don't tell me they're listening, and I wish they would because I'd love to say hi to them. So, and what Robbie goes, oh, yes, and hey, I can do a drinking show, LOL. Well, you should have joined us earlier, man. We're getting ready to kind of shut the night down. Don't forget our new time every Friday night, 7 to 9. We will not be here the next 2 weeks, so just keep that in mind. Because of Conch Republic Days, Michelle and I are pulled so many different directions because of, well, you know what, we're important and we're in charge. And, you know, when you're the commander and the co-commander, stuff happens. But we'll be back on May 2nd. Brand new show. I think I'm going to do some changing around in the studio. I'm hoping to do some other stuff. Bob Bitchin just tuned in. What the hell is going on? Everybody's tuning in after 9 o'clock.
A day late and a dollar short.
Okay, Bob said he's been listening, but he's just been busy. All right, man. We love you so much, man. We so appreciate it. Bob Bitchin, we appreciate it. And let me say this, Bob. You send me so many things on Facebook, and I don't get to all of them, so I apologize. So, but I do see them, and thank you so much, man. I appreciate everything that you do. So, but again, the next 2 weeks, we're not here. We'll be back May 2nd. I'm hoping to do some changing around here in the studio and figure out some things. And
you're not going to have much time. Well, we'll see.
I know. There's a lot. I'm telling you, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening in the world of B-Man and Michelle. So it's one of those things. So, and, you know, it's like when Danny gets here, it's like, Danny, I don't even get to spend a whole lot of time with Danny. And then, of course, the last time he was here, he just kind of like stayed glued right in I think he liked my little desk area. I think he enjoyed that. And I think he enjoyed a little downtime by himself while you, me, and Hippie Chick went out and painted the town and have fun. So, hey, that's what we do. Guys, we so appreciate everybody who hangs out with us on Friday nights. We try to make it fun for you. We appreciate everybody who joins in. And if you just joined on YouTube, please go out and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up and let us know, because it tells YouTube and everybody else that, you know, this is a really cool show, and Tiki Man Radio is really cool, and we really appreciate that. So, and it's the best damn radio station I've ever worked for. And I've only worked for 2. 3. 104.9 NEX, 104.9 Barefoot Radio.
Same
Tiki Man Radio.
Station, different name.
I love telling everybody the story when I was simulcasting Tiki Man Radio with 104.9, and I never told the owner of 104.9 until he called me one day, and he's like, hey, I love your stuff, man. Are you simulcasting Tiki Man Radio? I'm like, oh, yeah. Figuring he's going to just chew me out. And all he could say was, how the hell did you do that? That's freaking fantastic. So I think we set some bars there. And Tiki Man Radio is a great radio station, and we appreciate every one of our listeners out there. You guys are the best family that we could have, so thank you so very much. And lots happening, lots coming up, and I'm going to close the show out with a Bob Shealy song. And the only appropriate song I can think of is Last Song, Last Call here on B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere, because you know how I close the show out, and you got to hang around when I close the show out, and I so appreciate it. But you know what? Bob Shealy says it all. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. B-Man Michelle, Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio from the Beachy Shell Studios.
I know it's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with his clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. And some tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last rhyme near closing time. The final round poured as I strum the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on a Friday night, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, from the Beachy Shell Studios, live on Tiki Man Radio. Thank you so much. And my sister, who's been listening for a little while, thank you so much, sis, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We love each and every one of you. And as we close the show out, and before I close the show out, don't forget Tuesday on the island, this Tuesday from the Beachy Shell Studios, right here, B-Man and Michelle. But let's close this show out, and you know who's going to do it.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now. You hear? We'll see you on Tiki Man Radio May 2nd. We're taking 2 weeks off. Do not forget, we love each and every one of you. See you soon.